Hello, beautiful FlossTube friends. Welcome to a FlossTube Extra, a tutorial on how to use DMC thread and variegate it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking everything out of my fall Halloween project bag that my mother made me. And what's kept inside is my beautiful Halloween at Holly Berry by Stacy Nash. And I'm working her on a 40 count. Weeks Dye Works Gathered Gray. I'm obsessed. You guys know I've been working diligently on getting her complete. Here she is in the current mode, and the other day I just finished the border. So if you know, when you have borders that match, you give yourself a pat on the back because it's such a huge achievement knowing that nothing was messed up, everything was counted properly. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hoop on. I'm not going to make it too tight because I do want to make the X's and kind of do it in a hand stitch free, but with the hoop on, if that makes sense. I hope it does. And I am stitching everything 1/2. And what I'm doing right now is I'm filling in the house. So I'm using two different DMC threads. The first color is 3782. And the second is 3033. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just sprinkling this one color just throughout the space of the home. So there's no right or wrong way to fill it in. It's whatever your heart desires and whatever you feel looks best in your opinion. So make those X's and just keep filling it in. And again, you can see I'm just kind of going with the flow, making it work, and making it, how I feel, sharing that within the house. So as I start stitching away, you can see here's more progress of this one specific color, which I believe is 3033, which is the lighter color. And if you're like me, I like hanging on to my thread as long as possible. So I will use her until she's teeny bitty or teeny weeny, just because I try and get the most of my thread. So I'm hoping you guys are able to see this. I try to zoom in as best as possible. I am stitching as slow as possible as well. But you're more than welcome to send me a message or leave me a comment if you have any questions or concerns as I'm going through this process within the house. And again, here are the two specific colors. You can see the 3033 is lighter, and I'm showing you a close-up view of the other side of the house. And if you look closely, you're able to see the variegation. Now I've added the second color, which is 3782, and I'm just filling in the spaces that are currently empty. And again, if you feel like you need to add more of the other color, you can do that. I'm not adding any additional color currently because I wanted to show you just what it looks like adding that second color in to those empty spots. And again, here's another close-up view. You can see the variegation look on the house. You can even see it within the stones and the front door. And here's another spot where the leaves are different colors, the borders, even the alphabet underneath the black has different variegations of the floss. So again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's whatever makes you happy. You know, stitch a couple, stitch a lot more. I kind of like to use at least most of the thread and then work my way to another color. But again, it's really all in how I'm feeling. So now I'm going to the statue where you can see at the very top the variegated look. And right now I'm filling this in with the lighter color. I don't recall the two numbers I'm using for this. I'll put that in the description along with the two, the white and the off-white that I was using for the house. But yeah, so I'm just filling this one in and trying to fill in those empty spots. So I'm just showing you some of the other spots within. You can see the witch's cauldron. She is also variegated just like the statue. I also did the gate and the flowers because those are all the same colors. I also either stitched it like every other color. One was light, one was dark. The inside I will make variegated. Excuse me. Again, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. So here I am stitching my last stitch of the statue, which is exciting. She's finally filled in, and I'm gonna give you another close-up of her. So let's take her out of the hoop and kind of show you again. So you can even see from far away the different colors of the statue. I love it. Even the RIP, the yellow inside is also variegated. So I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And I will leave all of the information also in my description box. But thank you so much for joining me on this tutorial. Happy stitching, guys.